Hello and welcome to Business as Usual. As you can see, got Christian Ramos and the co-host in the seat today. Hey, Christian.
Hey, Kevin. How's it going, DATV viewers?
Awesome.
Episode number 170 right here.
Number 170. So we got our friend Leanna with us from EforAll.
Yep.
Hey, Leanna.
Hi, how are you?
Just living the dream every day. So why don't we start at the beginning?
Sure.
First, what is EforAll?
Yeah.
And what's going on?
So EforAll, so I'm the executive director for EforAll Lowell-Lawrence. And EforAll stands for Entrepreneurship for All. So what that means is we literally help anyone become an entrepreneur or anyone start a business. And we are actually in 5 cities in Massachusetts. We're in Lowell, Lawrence, New Bedford, Fall River, and in Lynn. And I manage our Lowell-Lawrence sites. And we are formally known, some folks may remember us as the Merrimack Valley Sandbox back in the day. And so we do a lot of different things to help people start businesses. One, we celebrate entrepreneurship through pitch contests where people can come and pitch ideas and win a little bit of prize money. And then our more intensive program is we have what we call a business accelerator, where people apply to be in the program. We take 15 businesses every 6 months that we work with. They get showered with resources, free space, mentorship, and we meet twice a week with and do courses on soup to nuts, everything you need to know to start a business. And so that's a little bit about what we do. And we just wrapped up our 8th accelerator class.
Nice.
So it's been an exciting time, a busy time.
Well done. 8 accelerator classes. That's huge.
Yes, yeah.
So you said you mentioned about the Lowell-Lawrence sites. How is it being the executive director?
Thank you for asking. I've actually been in the role for about 2 months now. So
Nice.
It's still pretty new. And the fun fact that Kevin knows and others may not is I used to be part of the organization for the first 4 years that it got started.
Wow.
Back when it was the Merrimack Valley Sandbox. I took a break and left for a couple other job opportunities. And then the chance to come back came up and I applied for the job and I was very delighted and honored that they ended up selecting me.
I mean, you've been there for 4 years. Clearly you'd be jumping at the opportunity to go back.
I definitely was. I love Lowell and I love Lawrence and I love the greater area.
That's just that.
It's really fun to watch when people hear about EforAll.
Yeah.
Because we were doing an event at your office and I was sitting next to a woman, and when she heard about what EforAll does, she just got really fidgety in the chair to the point I found her like, what is your issue? And she's like, I have an idea. I think everyone has one.
Yeah.
You know, and you guys help them bring it out because, you know, as you know, we have an idea and maybe we tell our friends and maybe they're supportive, maybe they're not. Or maybe we're afraid to say it out loud, you know, because you're like, well, you know, but people might think it's silly.
Yep.
But EforAll is there to kind of take those ideas, and it's really amazing to watch, you know, how people develop through it.
Yeah.
Sabrina Baggio, to me, is your poster child.
Oh, for sure.
When I first met Sabrina, she came out to an event, we let her speak for a minute, and my God, you know, I'm like, all right, Sabrina, we're good, you know. And then she came back after going through the program, and just, wow, she was, you know, hey, it's your turn, Sabrina. And she stepped up, cleared the throat, boom, nailed it. I'm like, okay, what happened in a couple months? See, the accelerator program.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's the best commercial for the accelerator program I've ever seen.
Yeah.
She's doing some really amazing things, so it's kind of cool. So talk to me about the goals, you know, because now what I see, the accelerator program is a lot more competitive. You're getting a lot more applicants. The scale's really getting there. It's got to be hard to sit down because how many people can go through?
So we take 15 businesses every 6 months. So we do about 30, we work with 30 businesses a year.
Yeah, but of the 15, how many applicants did you have last time? Was a lot more than that.
We get anywhere between 50 to 70 applications for each
And
round.
it's got to get, at the end, when you're down to, you know, who makes the cut and who doesn't, it's got to get really tough because obviously there's always going to be more than 15 great ideas.
Yes, oh, definitely. And we don't make that decision alone. So we actually have a leadership advisory board that helps us, and we have over 100 mentors involved with us. and other experts and supporters who literally come and they review any application that comes through us, whether it's a pitch contest or an accelerator, gets reviewed 3 times by an outside reviewer.
Yep.
And then when we do interviews with the semifinalists for the accelerator, we have mentors helping with the interviews. And then finally, we have our leadership advisory board take all the inputs from the application to the interview and help make a decision about what the class is going to look like. In terms, so we just finished our 8th accelerator, and we've been running this program since the beginning of 2013. And we've worked with over 100 entrepreneurs and helped launch over 100 businesses.
It's neat.
Created over 200 jobs. 83% of them are still in business, which is really exciting.
Yeah.
So I think when we think about the future for EforAll and Lowell-Lawrence, we really want to, there's still lots of people that don't know about us, and there's still people who hear, so we want to make sure, we want everyone to know about us in the region and really know about Lowell and Lawrence as cities where you can start a business. So not just people in these cities, but people from around the cities and even all the way into Boston and elsewhere think, oh, I hear Lowell and Lawrence is a great place to start a business. So that's one goal. And then I think our second goal is we just want to continue to strengthen our partnerships. So there's so many great things, from Friends of Kevin to the Small Business Center to the Chambers, that are doing things to support entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship, and we want to work together to continue to support each other to be even better and effective with our programs.
Awesome.
You guys put the Excel in accelerator. Anyways, while on the subject, I heard that you graduated the summer accelerator. Can you share more about the awards?
Sure, yeah. So we just finished the summer accelerator at the end of August, and we had an award celebration just this week.
Nice.
So in each accelerator, we give out $30,000. So after 12 weeks, we give out $15,000, and then the group meets once every 3 months, and we give out $5,000 each time they meet again. So everyone has a chance to compete for a piece of $30,000. So this time around, we gave out awards to 5 entrepreneurs for that $15,000. And we also have another award that we do at the end of each accelerator called the Christina Hamilton Award. And that's to honor one of our alumni who unfortunately we lost. She passed away at the end of our 3rd accelerator. And so we've created an award in her name. So the winner of that award was the Grown Up Project.
Sure.
And have you heard of it?
Bianca's been a guest on the show for it.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Wonderful. So folks may remember Bianca. She founded the Grown Up Project, and her whole mission is to help people pursue happiness. And she does that by helping them manage career changes, which is really cool. So she connects them with resources from a financial consultant to a life coach and helping them navigate, all right, what are the steps I need to take if I want to change my career? So, and then we had 5 other award winners.
Let's talk a little bit about the other award winners then.
Yeah, sure. So one of the award winners was Taken. They won $2,000. It's a meal delivery service that matches aspiring chefs with takeout. So you go onto their website, you see these different chefs, and you can order their food ahead of time. So you have to plan ahead a little bit, but if you know you're going to be really busy in an upcoming Thursday, you go online and you think, oh, I want to try Indonesian food. That chef has a really interesting story, and so you select their dish and it'll get delivered to you. They've piloted this in Somerville and are hoping to grow in Somerville, and then eventually their plans are to come up to the Lowell region.
And it's a great way for chefs to get discovered and try new dishes, right?
Yes, exactly.
I remember meeting him at one of your events ways back.
Yes, yeah.
And when he told me, they told me about the idea, I just smiled like, yeah, that's an idea. That's going places.
Yes, definitely.
That's a moneymaker. I mean, aspiring chefs, people who truly have ideas to improve the world's cooking, meeting one of the world's most effective and fast food delivery services. I mean, it's pretty much a match made in heaven for guys like me.
Well, I'm sure the founder will hope you'll become a customer someday.
I may.
So who else did we have?
So another business we had is called Minimole, and you may have heard of that. So it's a robotic floor sweeper. So you've probably heard of the Roomba, which cleans rugs. So this takes that to a whole new level. So it's meant for hardwood floors. It's a 1 inch high so that it can go under everything from
Yeah.
your couch to your bed to a dresser. And it's got like Swiffer pads around it. And so it literally goes around, sweeps. It's got sensors on it so it won't fall downstairs. And it's a really unbelievable device. He just won a Mass TLC award for innovation. And so he was awarded $3,000. And then another winner who received $5,000 was Assemble Lab. And it's a woman, her name's Sharon, and she's worked in the fashion industry for many years in New York City. And she had done and managed manufacturing houses that did small batch manufacturing, which basically means if you're an aspiring designer or a well-known designer and you want to produce, 20 pieces of something in particular, these type of manufacturing spaces can help you do that. So she's literally gotten started with this in Western Ave Studios, has a number of customers. One of the pieces she designed was featured in, or one of the pieces they produced was featured in Vogue.
Wow.
And so she's no joke. And so we're really excited to see where she goes. She won the top prize this time around of $5,000. So, and there's other ideas too that are really exciting, and I hope we can
But like you said,
spread the word.
Even there's been some awards, that are less than that.
Yep.
But for someone just starting,
Yes.
giving them $500 is often the difference between starting the business and not starting it, whether it's a piece of
Yes.
equipment, whatever it may be, because people, it's $500. I'm like, you've never been an entrepreneur then, you've never tried to start a business. $500 is a lot of money on day one and stuff. And it's got to be really rewarding for you guys to look back, at this class, at other classes, and say, I knew them when.
Yeah.
When they walked in with this idea, they're like, I'm not really sure about this, Liana, but let me talk to you about it. And you're like, oh my God. And like you said, by surrounding them with the right resources, you watch them go from, hey, maybe this works, to, oh my God, this is a great idea.
Yeah.
That can never get old.
Oh, it never does. And that's exactly why I'm just so happy to be back. I mean, I've never found anything so inspiring than working with people who want to start a business, or in many cases, nonprofit too. Of over 100 businesses we worked with, 12 of them have been nonprofits. And so we're really committed to helping people start something, whether it's a business that's has aspirations to be huge and employ hundreds of people, to someone who, for example, we have a woman who just won some prize money in this course, started bilingual accounting services. And so it's an accounting firm, and they do their services in both English and Khmer, a language spoken in the Cambodian community.
Sure.
And for her, a few $1,000s is helping her get equipment, just as you said, helping her get the accounting software she needs, and is helping her with her down payment for rent. And so she literally has got a space in the heart of Cambodia town and is getting started right away. And hiring someone right away. So it's really exciting.
Yep.
Yeah, her life was in the fast lane.
It sure is.
And while we're on the subject, for those that might not know, actually, before I ask this random question,
Yes.
I suppose you've heard of the show Shark Tank by any chance?
Oh, I sure have. I watch it pretty regularly.
I figured that kind of show, it's hard not to remember. It's just like all the businesses that come out of there. I tell you, almost half of the ones I've seen are NPOs, so fortunately we got ourselves a bit of a future here. Anyways, let's talk accelerator for those that might not know.
Sure. So we see the accelerator as something that would happen maybe after what we say Shark Tank. So we have something that we call our Shark Tank without the teeth, and it's a pitch contest. And so it's where people pitch ideas. And once someone shared an idea, gotten some feedback, heard from people, this is a great idea, or maybe it's food and they've tried the product, then we encourage them to apply to the accelerator. So in the accelerator, if you get accepted to the accelerator, you're with us for 1 year. The first 12 weeks, 3 months, are very intensive. We meet twice a week. 1 day a week we meet in Lowell, 1 day a week we meet in Lawrence. You get matched with 3 mentors, and now these are folks who have been successful entrepreneurs or business executives or nonprofit executives, and they work with you to set goals and to move you forward on achieving those goals. So the goals could be testing your product finding your customer, launching your website, and literally you've got a team of mentors who help you move forward towards that. And then at the end of the 12 weeks, you compete for a piece of $15,000. And then the next 9 months, we check in and you get a chance to compete for another 15.
So Leanna, there's people sitting at home watching the show right now.
Yes.
They have an idea.
Yes.
What do you say to them?
They should go to EforAll.org and they should go to our website if they're nearby. If they're in Dracut or nearby in Lowell or Lawrence, they should click on our Lowell or Lawrence site and learn more about us. They can email me. My email address is lianna@eforall.org, and I'd be happy to meet with them about the idea, tell them more about the accelerator. We actually have our next accelerator. We're currently accepting applications.
But it's important not to be afraid.
Definitely.
Everyone has that idea, come out and tell us what it is.
Yes.
Because, like I said, I see it all the time, when people know that I'm friends with you guys. Hey, can you tell me more about EforAll? And I'm like, just apply, call them.
Yes.
Because, sometimes people just, I don't want, someone to tell me it's not a great idea. Well, first of all, like we were saying, it's not Shark Tank, people.
Nope.
No one's going to go, oh my God, Leanna, that's the worst idea except for Christians.
We have no Mr. Wonderful.
No one's going to, treat you like that and stuff. And you may be surprised, and I find that getting with those great mentors, and we want to talk a little bit about mentors, just having someone believe in you when maybe you don't totally believe in yourself makes a big difference.
Yeah, I think it's a huge difference.
So if you have an idea, time to apply, right?
Time to apply. The deadline to apply for the accelerator is November 2nd. So they have a few weeks to go, and if they look at the application and they look at the questions and they feel like, oh my God, how would I answer that? They should just email me, lianna@eforall.org. Literally myself, our staff will help you with the application because we don't review it. We have other folks review it. So we want to help people be as successful as they can.
You get ideas, submit them. That's pretty much the ultimate way to say it. Anyways, when by any chance is the next accelerator happening?
So it kicks off at the very end of November and the beginning of December. So if they want to participate, they've got to apply before November 2nd.
So now, obviously, for a program like this to be successful, you need mentors.
Yes.
And again, you have a number of mentors, but always looking for more.
Yes.
I find that people often, when we've done events with you, you say to someone who has a great skill set, you should be a mentor. Who, me? Why? Sometimes people underestimate their own abilities and stuff. So what type of skills do you need to be a mentor, and also what type of time commitment is there to be a mentor?
Great questions. So it's exactly what you've just said. We see happen a lot. We have someone who says, I've worked in a really successful company, but I didn't lead it, or I wasn't the CEO, or I haven't run my own company. That doesn't mean you wouldn't make a fabulous mentor. So what we're looking for is people who want to give back, who love entrepreneurs, and who are great listeners and great coaches. So if you've coached, your kid's soccer team, and you happen to have a great job, in the marketing department at your company, and you love folks who are starting businesses, they may not know the first thing about marketing. So you would be a perfect mentor for us because you're not mentoring alone. You're on a team. So we always have teams of 3. So someone who has a specialty in an area, it could be a perfect fit for the team. The time commitment is during the accelerator is an hour and a half a week. So they meet
very reasonable.
Once a week, exactly. And it's not always in person. So we ask them to meet in person as much as they can, but often teams will alternate between in-person and a conference call, and where they meet is really flexible. It depends on the mentor team and the entrepreneur. So we're always looking for mentors because, as you can imagine, we've worked with over 100 entrepreneurs, and while we do have over 100 mentors that have been involved, they've mentored 2, 3, maybe 4 teams, and they're continuing many to still work with them.
Right.
So at some point, I think our poor mentors' pots will get full, and so we're always trying to bring in new people with fresh perspectives and ideas and energy.
What's really cool is everyone I know who's been a mentor as part of your program tells me how much they loved it.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear.
Well, because like you said, they get to be there day one.
Yes.
You know, and they see someone come in with a good idea and they get to watch it develop. And like you said, you know, all we're asking is that you just listen and be a coach, help them along. We're not asking you to run the business for them.
Nope.
Just when they have that question, you know, give them the guidance.
Yep.
But like I said, if you have that skill set, please reach out and ask.
Yes.
You know, come down. Because isn't it more like a matching program too? Where
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about that and stuff.
Yeah, so when someone comes on to become a mentor, I mean, first we sit down, we have a meeting. It can be over coffee. We get to know them a little bit more. They tell us about us, to tell us about them. Then if it seems like they're really interested and it's a good fit, then what they do is we don't just assign you an entrepreneur. We actually do sort of a speed dating with the entrepreneurs over 2 nights. So they come to one night. The entrepreneurs literally meet every mentor. And we have an app that we use where it's almost like a dating app where you know, rate
Swipe
on
left,
a
swipe
scale.
right.
Exactly. You rate, you know, and it's private information where you say at what, not only first you enter your schedule, because that's the first thing that
Sure.
matters. Can you actually find a time to meet?
Exactly.
And then the second thing is, you know, do you really want to work with this person? And only you know what your answers are. And the system then tells us who are the best matches.
So both the mentors and the mentees both get to decide who they want to work with.
Yes, exactly. So you would
That's
never
neat.
work with a team you're not interested
Right,
in.
yeah.
Or if
It
you
won't work.
feel,
Plain and
if you
simple.
feel like I don't know anything about robotics,
Right,
I
yeah.
own a bakery. Well, don't worry, we won't put you with the robotics team
yeah.
unless you are interested in
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You
Mhm,
never
yeah.
know who's hiding a skill on you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I mean, your system, I mean, it's pretty much it's like a 21st century example of commensalism. Everyone gets to choose, and as such, there are no right or wrong answers.
Yeah.
It feels like all the puzzle pieces just fall into place. And speaking of fall, what other events do you guys have coming up that fall?
Great question. So we do have a pitch contest around the corner on Thursday, October 27th at Middlesex Community College in Lowell. We're
Nice.
hosting an all ideas pitch contest. So
Nice.
literally any type of idea. We've had a hummus idea apply,
Yeah, that's good.
pizza, a robotics idea, after school program idea. It's all over the place. So we'll be announcing who's going to be pitching next week. Next Thursday, we'll let folks
Is
know.
it too late to still apply to pitch?
Unfortunately,
It
it's
is.
too late.
It's okay.
But there's plenty of time to come to the event.
Yep.
And they could always enter the wild card if they have an idea.
So tell us about that, because that's my favorite, to be
Okay.
honest.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm fascinated by that.
Sure. So at every event, we have a number. So we had about 30 applications this time around, and about half will be invited to showcase. And then of that, we'll hear from 8 people pitching.
So showcase means they have a table there.
They have a table, they can display what their business is, they can start having people sign up on an email list to learn more about them. Then 6 are being pre-selected to pitch. Then we're gonna ask anyone coming to the event to vote who has the best table, and then they'll get to pitch. And then Kevin's favorite part is the wild card,
Yes,
where
it is.
literally anyone with an idea, even if they didn't apply, puts their name in a hat, and then we pull it out of the hat, and they get a chance to pitch and a chance to win prize money. So the winner at the pitch contest can win $1,000, $750, or $500.
I seem to recall one time the wildcard person won money.
Yes.
I know I was there that night.
Yes.
But it's funny to watch because you put your card in to do it, and all of a sudden it's like The Price is Right. Come on down, you're in.
Yeah,
and,
right.
and you
You're
see
the right
the
idea.
excitement. Like, oh my God, I'm really pitching. and stuff,
Yeah.
I just love
Well,
the excitement of that.
You know which one that this might be the one you remember. It was the meal delivery that connects to chefs.
Oh,
He was a wild card.
See?
nice.
Yeah.
And he just told me that he had actually that day or a few days before had debated whether or not to reorder business cards.
See?
He decided to reorder them. They came as he was leaving to come up to the pitch contest.
Destiny.
So, and now he won a prize in the accelerator.
The pitch contests are a lot of fun to watch. I've been lucky enough to be a judge, and it's hard.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of really great ideas, and you're like, but I like Christians, I like Leanna, and you go back and forth and stuff. But like I said, if you're interested in that, come down, jump in the wild card. And of course, we just want to emphasize this is a friendly Shark Tank. No one's gonna say anything bad. It's all positive encouragement.
Yes.
But even if nothing else, for me, just getting to watch people learn to present.
Yeah.
Because as they want to grow their company and maybe they're looking for funding, that experience getting up in front of the room and learning to talk about your product, it's gold.
Yeah, it's an invaluable experience because whether or not it's that idea you have right now or something you want to do in the future, I mean, it's such a good skill to learn.
So we only got about 2 minutes left. Summit's coming up.
Yes, we have a huge summit that we're hosting on November 3rd. And it's all about entrepreneurship in mid-sized cities. So we literally have people gathering from not just all over Massachusetts, but from New England and beyond, even across the country, coming to talk about from what they're doing in mid-sized cities like Lowell, Lawrence, New Bedford, Fall River, Lynn, how they're igniting entrepreneurs and doing work to support businesses. So it's an all-day event. It's going to take place at UTech in Lowell.
Yep.
And tickets are available, and there's 3 different tracks. So there's one for people who run programs that support entrepreneurs, there's one for entrepreneurs, one for millennials. So it's a really great opportunity to hear from people doing really innovative things and also network and share ideas.
Now, how do people get tickets for that?
So that's also on EforAll.org.
Good.
Yes, and they go to our main page and they'll find the details.
That's pretty much really, I mean, your homepage is like pretty much, in this case, a homing beacon for anyone who wishes to enter.
Definitely. It's the portal.
So besides the homepage, what are other ways people can get involved?
Great question. So we're always looking, as Kevin mentioned, we're always looking for mentors. We're always looking for people to share their ideas. And we're also looking for people who are experts in particular areas, from accounting to marketing to legal, to help come and teach a workshop or a session. And then we're also looking for people, say they don't have any time, but they love what they're hearing. We're always looking for help reviewing applications. And that takes an hour, once every few months from the comfort of your home. You could review some of the applications.
That's what I'm talking about.
So one more time, what's your contact information? Only have about a minute left.
Okay, so our website is eforall.org, EFORALL.org. And my email address is lianna@eforall.org.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us on the show.
Thank you so much.
EforAll is really a fantastic place, and rest assured, I know you guys are going to be talked about in many success stories in the future, because don't get me wrong, ideas themselves, they're what shape the world as we know it. And I dare say, for people like you and places like EforAll, I just know deep down inside that you guys will truly have a mega impact on the world in the past, the present, and the future. Thank you guys so much. And also, thank you, Liana, for being on the show. And more like Kevin and we will see you guys in the next episode.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.